If I had to sum up today's entire video in a single word, it would be disturbing. In fact, I actually was back and forth on whether or not I even wanted this to be a video. In many ways, I felt like this was the kind of problem that is just better ignored. And I thought to myself, the problem that I and so many other creators and viewers are dealing with is so extreme. This has to be resolved shortly. But clearly that's not the case. And if anything, I think it's just gotten worse. So I feel like staying quiet about it achieved nothing. So now this is me attempting to speak up. Because based off of the comments I've been receiving very recently, and just based off of what I've seen across YouTube in general, things are getting really bad. But first, welcome. My name is D'Angelo, and I am your professor of Renaissance era software engineering, which is a very real degree that I definitely do have. Or maybe this is just me broadcasting myself talking in my room like YouTube used to be. And in today's lecture, we're going to go into a little rabbit hole about these translate comments, which is a form of bots in the YouTube comment section that has just gotten completely unacceptable over the last couple months, and especially I feel like in the last couple weeks. And as much as I have tried to fix it on my end, it's not working, and this trend I'm referring to may even be happening in the comments of this video, and for that, I'm just sorry in advance. So when I say bots on YouTube, I don't mean friendly bots like this little guy or this little guy. He's a good bot, and I feel like if YouTube just had an army of cute robots running around, or hot ones, you know, I would even take that at this point. Bot Girl Summer. But no, the only bots we get here on YouTube are rage bait, scams, and adult sites. And as annoying as all of these bots are, they're almost part of YouTube history at this point. It's like a Stockholm Syndrome situation where I almost consider them to be a quintessential part of the YouTube experience. And this has been part of the YouTube experience for a while. So the rage bait bots, you know, posting things like, this YouTuber you're watching is garbage, my content is better. Just spamming that multiple times. You've got the rage bait comments that just try to be as mean as possible. Womp womp, MatPat retired, finally. We won't miss him, hope he never returns. That's like an absurdly unnecessary response to a beloved YouTuber stepping back from the platform. I'm better than Penguin Z0. My farts are better than Charlie's farts. I'm conveniently covering it with the camera, but this comment has a racial slur, so there's that. And like, these aren't real opinions. These are just things designed to make you upset and farm engagement. Don't read my name. Don't read my profile photo. Don't go to my profile. I feel like rage bait bots are like the easiest to ignore, but then things get a little trickier when you get to the adult content bots. So here's a comment someone pulled from Good Mythical Morning, which is definitely not adult content. And these comments are supposed to blend in. They're not supposed to stand out as bait. But then you see the profile picture, which thankfully this person has censored, and you're like, what? I didn't know they allowed this on YouTube. And then again, they want you to go to their profile where they will undoubtedly have a link to some off-platform adult content site. These bots usually purchase likes as well. That way the comments show up higher in the section, and then real people may wind up giving it a like without realizing the profile picture is this. Again, censored, but highly inappropriate for YouTube. And like, Good Mythical Morning is definitely not adult content, but it gets way worse when you see it being uploaded to literal kids videos. Minecraft, Mario, etc. Even 3 years ago, this person was saying this site is getting hit by another wave of NSFW spam bots. And like, the YouTube bot rabbit hole just goes back in time infinitely. If anyone needs free Steam money, the safest way of getting it is to go to this scam website. Incredible, works. Greetings from USA, you're the best. Also, I like how this comment is about Steam, like the platform where you buy video games, but all of the fake bot replies are from women, or like fake accounts designed to look like women. And obviously, everyone knows women don't play video games. They win them every single time. I really need to get good. Mom, if you're watching this, Mario Kart rematch. Shoot, she'd probably beat me at Elden Ring too. Y'all scared of millennia. How about my mama? This is her. When I forget to pull the chicken out. Didn't I tell you to pull that out of the freezer? Anyways, my point with the video game scam comments is that these are literally 10 years old. People have been upset about this for as long as I have been using YouTube. Seriously, I keep seeing these everywhere. It shows pretty clearly that YouTube's comment system is broken when these get to the top of the comment pages. So in the 10 years that YouTube has had to fix this issue, instead they have allowed it to get so much worse, to the point where we're now dealing with a new wave of bots that are just, you would have to see them. You may have already seen them. So I actually pulled this comment from my comment section where someone said, bro, the bots in the comments are getting unhinged. Don't press the translate button. So this is an example of a translate comment, which is just a completely new low for YouTube. They pop up like this in languages that it's possible people watching may be unfamiliar with. If you don't know what this is supposed to say, I think it's human nature to just want to translate it. And seeing as YouTube automatically pops up a translate to English button, it's just a tap away. But then when you click this button, it's the most foul stuff I have ever seen in a YouTube comment section. I just bleeped that part out. Little girls to hear their cries for help because children are allowed to consent. The part I cut out is talking about strangling and like obviously non-consensual acts. And just the fact that this gets stamped with a translated by Google message is unhinged indeed. And this has gotten so much worse over time. You can find people on the YouTube subreddit saying it's gotten much worse, and I've seen cases of them spamming like 3,000 replies at once under several comments. This person said they're really bad for a couple channels, and almost every comment gets 100 bot replies. And I, in my own comment section, have noticed these bots posting like 50 comments, and then I'll get multiple bots each trying to post 50 of these replies. So I am literally winding up with hundreds of comments that are talking about, there's no other way to put it, rape and children, and just sometimes using the word, things which would make me angry to see anywhere, let alone my comment section or the comment section of videos that I'm trying to watch. It's just so far beyond what a YouTube bot used to mean on the platform. And the fact that this is becoming so prominent is crazy to me. I actually have one of these bots pulled up right now. I'm on the YouTube account that the bot is posting from, and you can see this account has existed for almost 3 weeks. You know, all throughout the years, you find articles like this one talking about YouTubers being mistakenly demonetized for months. It feels like you've been fired from your job. People who are literally just making harmless content, some of them putting a ton of work into their videos with animations, etc. And then Team YouTube just being like, oh, sorry, haha. Oh my god, we fixed it. Sorry this happened, haha. And it's like the absurdity of me trying to carefully frame my own content so I don't run into this problem. Cut out the things that have to be cut out. Make sure I don't accidentally include something from somebody else that's going to get me demonetized. And then I put the video up, scroll down, and then the comments are just like so much worse than anything I could have ever possibly included in the video itself. To be so quick, I guess, with like other people's content, but so lax with the things that are actually making the platform awful to use. And to let accounts get away with this for weeks, despite racking up hundreds or even thousands of reports, possibly, it's ridiculous. But then the issue is, some of this is not even limited to just comments. Comment bots are posting illegal content now. I was watching Penguin Z0, I decided to check the comment section, and one of the bots literally had straight up uncensored CP on their channel. I saw the same thing because comment bots under PewDiePie videos were doing the same thing. People are still doing it, and they're advertising horrific content under the new Dogpack video on Mr. Beast. In what universe should the phrase child sexual exploitation material ever be associated with YouTube? Why are people seeing this when their biggest crime was just clicking into somebody's profile because they saw a bot comment? This is from 2 days ago. One of these bots had a whole playlist of CP on their channel. This is why I'm saying something, okay? Because these bots, they're not rage bait, scams, you know, trying to funnel people off to adult content. Obviously, I don't support any of that, and I would prefer that that wasn't on the platform, but I can ignore that. I can ignore that, I can delete that, etc. But clearly, this is not the kind of thing that I should just be seeing in my comment section and like trying to delete and hoping nobody notices. I have to let you all know, I see it the same way that you do, and I hate it as much as you do. 2 days ago, again, you've got people speaking up about it off platform. And look at this. This person is showing the very top comment. The first reply under the top comment is the translate comment with the exact same content about doing horrible things to children. And obviously, people are trying to discuss it on platform as well. It's just a little harder to find because they're not centralized discussions. But I pulled this from my own comment section. These are my commenters saying saying things like, y'all, before anybody replies to the bots, don't respond to them. The bots are an example of how YouTube sucks nowadays. And this person said, nowadays, bots have been one of the biggest problems on YouTube for at least a decade, LMAO. And I think people are saying things like this because they don't realize how bad the bots have gotten. Because in most cases, I would find the idea of like thinking bot comments are a new development to be funny as well. It's definitely something I remember from back when I was a kid even. But then you've got comments like this one saying, the bots have not been this bad in the past, coming from someone who's used YouTube since they had the old iPhone icon. The current bots try to spread child exploitation, animal exploitation, racism, etc. It's gotten worse. Point blank period. Anybody who has used YouTube for any amount of time can see it. And it makes me feel terrible for the viewers who are just trying to enjoy a comment section. And it's just like a coin toss on whether or not they're going to see something like that. August the Duck's comment section is overrun with bots talking about CP and killing animals. These bots are out of control. People are talking about on Charlie's subreddit, you know, Moist Critical, Penguin Z0. And now you've got me. Bro, what is up with these recent bots and D'Angelo's comments specifically? I don't see it anywhere else, I swear to God. And like, I don't blame this person for thinking that. I'm glad they spoke up. I'm glad they said something. It is just crazy to see your own channel name brought up in relation to this really serious and awful content that has literally nothing to do with me or the video I put up or anything I did. Another one of my comments, can something be done about the creepy bots, please? And so I kind of am also just making this video to let people know I am doing, I guess, everything that I can think of, but the issues I'm running into is that these bots pop up as quickly as I delete them. So I can easily hide a bot from my channel and then none of their comments will show up ever again. But the thing is, I'm posting content every single day. And so the idea of just like, okay, I put up a YouTube video, now I just gotta keep refreshing the page and wait for the bots to show up. I got to translate it to see if they're talking about harming children and animals. And then I got to block them from my channel and wait to do it all again tomorrow. I'm doing that and will continue to do that in the interim, but I'm sure you could see why that is not something I want to do. And then because these translate comments are usually replies to very real comments, and I'm typically getting anywhere from like 1,000 to several thousand comments per video, it takes time to check the replies, check the replies, check the replies. The bots don't post immediately. They wait for comments to pop up, comments that are likely to get to the top or ones that already have a lot of likes. So it's not like this is just a post, check, done, move on with my life. I would genuinely have to monitor this video through the day consistently. And whatever time it takes between the bot posting something and me catching it is time that my viewers are just going to be like, yo, what is with D'Angelo's comment section lately? I don't know. And I am sorry. And here's the thing, as much as I'd like to just block a certain keyword from the comments and no one can ever post that again, the bots are literally just switching languages on me. Like, say I was to just block the word strangle, which I wouldn't want to do in the first place because it's possible someone may have something to say about that. That is not a hateful or awful comment. But even if I was to do that, these comments are popping up in a different language. I think the ones in this video I've been showing, Google is identifying as Zulu. So then it's like, great, how do you say strangle and Zulu so I can block that, which is a crazy thought, by the way. And then they just switch languages. The bots are just switching languages on me as quickly as I can block things. So I reached out to a bunch of channels, my fellow creators, and I was like, is this just me or? And I found out that this is happening regardless of channel size. And this ring of comments that is intentionally trying to spread exploitative video content, that's just like a side of it. Did you notice that one comment said that they're trying to spread racism as well? So this was sent to me from a smaller channel, one that you would not assume would get targeted by these bots. And you've got a bunch of chat GPT-esque comments saying things like hip-hop distorts values, hip-hop promotes messages of hatred, morally corrupt and contrary to ethical moral standards. Like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like more than 10 different accounts in 5 minutes targeting a black creator and saying black music is just spreading hatred. Another thing that a lot of creators have been seeing is just random names being commented by bots. Young, Brenda, Johnson, Eric, White. I've seen this in my own comments. I've seen this from multiple other people. Taylor, Jose, more. Like, what even is this? What's the end goal here, I guess? Another thing I've seen just from searching is that Marques Brownlee, one of the biggest YouTubers in tech, it's kind of hard to read because this person's screenshot is really small, but the bots are now copying comments and editing them. Yeah, but what if it's a removable cover with a non-removable battery? Use this code as long as it is hot. It helped me. I started to get worried when Marques didn't post for 11 days. I'm glad he's okay. Have you joined this code thingy? There were also a lot of replies on the new teaser trailer for Marvel's Agatha All Along. And then you dig a little further and you realize this weird code thing is a cryptocurrency that they're trying to shill in people's comment section using bots. And when you have this many top level comments, each with hundreds of likes, the platform is literally being overrun at this point. And for some people, it can almost feel like there are more bots than comments. Like the copying of comments isn't new. Both of these are examples of perfectly normal comments, but then you look at the profile picture and what do you know? It's NSFW content leading to an adult profile. I remember when they started copying comments a few years ago. It's so confusing, says this one person. Here they're copying comments, I don't get the point. But copying existing comments and adding on like seemingly AI generated strings to them that are trying to push you to a crypto scam is very new. Watching these bots evolve over the years is really leaving me wondering if the people running these bot accounts can get so advanced with them, how in the world is Google not getting advanced enough to deal with these bots? You could never convince me that a corporation with that much computing power on deck is now suddenly incapable of dealing with people who are just writing this stuff on their own? Absolutely not. It's also really weird that I go to some very popular videos and I don't see this at all. So for example, the trailer for Wicked just dropped. It's been out for a while now, but when it was on trending, I checked the comments to see like, oh, obviously the bots would have hit it. No. Netflix just pulled like almost 2 million views in a day. And you know what? They're actually here. The weird copied comments from the adult profiles that are getting hundreds of likes are there. But again, that's the normal version of YouTube bots, if you will. The same one we've been dealing with for years. This is not normal. Obviously, some channels are being targeted with a way heavier version of YouTube bots that I just don't want to see. What's annoying is that you have human beings copying the bots as well, which kind of leads to people thinking some of the bots are just people. No, they're not bots. They're children who waste their time. And like, even if this is being posted by a human being, obviously it's still just an insane breach of YouTube's community guidelines. Like, how many of these could you check off at once just from a single comment? It's not less of a guidelines violation because it was written in Zulu, so I'm not sure why the comment is there at all. And like a little bit of digging makes it clear that some of these comments are coming from like a specific group, some stupid online collective whose name I'm not even going to say because that's not the point. But when you've got comments and you can't tell if they're coming from this place or just people outside of it emulating it, and you can't tell if it's a bot comment because there's 50 or just like a human being who's copying the bot comments because they saw it's rage bait. Overall, it's just resulting in an experience that is horrible for everybody. It's at the point where YouTubers are creating their own tools to try to combat the YouTube spammers. I really appreciate people putting work into stuff like this, but this isn't stuff that anybody on YouTube should have to be doing. Make no mistake, this is YouTube's job. They have a trust and safety team. Their trust and safety team is aware of the fact that this is going on, obviously, because if I know, and everybody watching the videos knows, and everybody on Reddit knows, a company that cares so much about brand safety definitely knows that people are talking about this. But it's just easy to ignore because clearly there's no loss of brands for YouTube by having this content on the platform because the brands probably don't know. You think Kraft Mac and Cheese wants to be advertising on a video in which the comments are facilitating the spread of exploitation materials of children and animals? Probably not. And so obviously the solution here is not like, oh, advertisers should leave. This is just me saying it's really interesting that the things which advertisers don't leave over, YouTube is totally fine allowing them to spread. But the things which advertisers do get bent out of shape about, like the content within a video, now all of a sudden YouTube cares so much and they're going to monitor everything and invent all these complex systems to deliberately check the content of every single minute of every single video uploaded to the platform. And that is an insane undertaking, the fact that they're able to do that for the most part. And if you can do that for brands, because you need to keep the money, I know you can do this for the comments because it's really messing up the user experience for people who are just trying to have fun on the platform. The YouTube community should not have to moderate itself. I can certainly moderate my own comment section, but I shouldn't have to scroll through people spreading the nastiest stuff I've ever seen just to do so. Google is out here adding AI to the comment section, comment topics, which is a new feature that uses artificial intelligence to organize and summarize comments on videos. So admittedly, you are innovating new ways of analyzing the content of every single comment on a video. And you're implementing this in ways that literally nobody asked for. But then you have people in my comments and all over the web actually asking waiting for this to end, and all you've done is allow it to get worse for a decade. You have allowed the comments to get to a point where people have realized they can use it to disseminate this horrific content. That's how few repercussions there are for botting on YouTube. There's no way for you to notice, oh wow, this account has posted 3 different comments in 10 seconds, and they all say the same thing. Maybe we should look into that. Y'all are not seeing like, oh wow, this is word for word, character for character, an identical string to another comment that we saw in this video. Let's scan that profile picture to see if that aligns with our guidelines. Like, how have you not done anything at all to try to curtail this just a little bit? I don't even care if YouTube doesn't care about this. I care about this. The viewers obviously care about this, so it needs to get fixed. And I guess if you are watching this video, the most I can do is offer you advice, which is, for now, just be extra wary of translating a comment on my video. I welcome comments from humans in any language on any of my videos, but for now, I truly believe there's a higher chance that you may be seeing a bad actor, like a bot comment, as opposed to somebody just expressing their opinion or their true feelings in whatever language they so choose. Just watch out. Know that I am still deleting comments, and just know that even if the YouTubers you're watching maybe aren't acknowledging it, or unfortunately those comments are piling up before they can get to them, we definitely know. And we don't want this in our comment section either. And we're most likely doing whatever we can to try to curb this. This video that you're watching now is just my latest effort in trying to curb this issue. I'm not talking to the people botting my videos. I don't care about you. I'm talking to YouTube. No, I don't have 20 million subscribers. But yes, if I create a video where literally everyone in the comment section is criticizing YouTube, they are still going to notice it, obviously. It's just become very clear to me that YouTube has mistaken creators' silence for complacency. I was never okay with this, and the only reason I hesitated to speak up was I just had to believe that YouTube would have done something about it by now, and I could have avoided drawing attention to it. But we're past that stage, so attention drawn. But anyways, that's my take on the situation. Dave's take on the situation is that he's one of the many people who doesn't even read YouTube comments, and yet he's still sad for us and feels the negative energy. And I am of course excited to hear your take. I mean, this is the part of the video where a layman would ask you to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, but I will ask you to enroll, evaluate the video, and submit your feedback. Because I am of course running a 100% completely, totally not bot generated, but maybe somewhat unaccredited university. Probably. Just ask anybody in the student body and they'll confirm it for you. We're totally legit. And as for me, whether you'll see me in 24 hours or 24 months is honestly anyone's guess. But until then, thanks for watching. Your homework for today is to leave a comment, a real comment on anyone's video on the platform, just to try to balance out the human to bot ratio.